In the quaint village of Eldenwood, nestled between towering mountains and lush forests, lived an elderly tailor named Elliot. A master of his craft, Elliot was revered not just for his skill, but for a magical talent that allowed him to sew emotions into the fabric he worked with. Each piece he crafted wasn't merely garment, but a repository of feelings: joy, love, sorrow, embraced by those who wore them. Elliot lived alone, having lost his young wife, Mirabelle, years ago to a sudden illness. Their love had been the core of his very being, and with her passing, the sparkle in his eye faded, leaving a solemn man who found solace only in the quiet hum of his sewing machine. It was through his craft that Elliot managed to keep a semblance of Mirabelle alive, as he wove his memories of her into a special silver fabric that he kept under lock and key. As seasons changed and the village prospered, the legend of Elliot's magical garments grew, bringing in folks searching for comfort from their pain. Elliot had a gift: the ability to weave healing into mourning garbs and joy into bridal veils. Yet, he reserved the silver fabric solely for himself, believing it could one day reunite him with Mirabelle in the realms beyond life. One crisp autumn evening, a mysterious woman, Clara, arrived in Eldenwood. Her eyes carried a storm of despair as she disclosed the tragedy of losing her entire family in a fire. The sorrow she bore was immense, and upon hearing of Elliot's talent, she pleaded for a garment that could ease her pain. Moved by her story, Elliot considered the silver fabric. After a long night of contemplation, he decided to use the fabric for Clara, sacrificing his potential reunion with Mirabelle to alleviate Clara's grief. For 3 days and nights, Elliot worked tirelessly, the silver threads slipping through his fingers like rays of moonlight. With each stitch, memories of Mirabelle danced in his heart, their life together flashing before his eyes, their first meeting, their laughter, the quiet nights under the starlit sky. As he sewed, his heart ached, a part of him slipping away with the silver thread. When he finished, the garment was a masterpiece, shimmering with the essence of love lost and solace found. Clara wore it and felt an immediate peace, a lightness she hadn't known in months. Grateful, she embraced Elliot, tears streaming down her cheeks, thanking him for giving her a second chance at joy. Yet, the toll on Elliot was heavier than he had anticipated. Having poured the last of his connection with Mirabelle into the garment, he felt an emptiness that was vast and consuming. The silver thread had not only bound the fabric, but also his life force to his memories of his wife. Weeks later, Eldenwood woke to the news of Elliot's passing. He had died in his sleep, a serene smile upon his lips, as though he was a man who had finally found his peace. In his workshop, among the colors and cloths, the villagers found a note: "To whoever finds this, know that love is the strongest thread in the fabric of life. It binds us, heals us, and in the end, leads us home." Clara, upon hearing of Elliot's death, returned to Eldenwood, wearing the silver garment. Under the ancient trees where Elliot used to find his solace, she held a memorial, speaking of the tailor's gift not only to her but to all those who had sought his help. The villagers gathered, feeling a collective heartache, but also a profound gratitude. Elliot's story became a tale of legendary selflessness, a tragic but beautiful reminder that sometimes the greatest acts of love involve the most significant sacrifices.